What is going on, guys? My name is Jay and I'm back with episode 8 of my Let's Play series. So it's dark, so let's sleep before we start the episode. Not good to do an episode in the dark because YouTube butchers quality anyway, so if it's dark it really doesn't help. But yeah, today we're going to be working on the zombie grinder slash XP farm, whatever you want to call it. So, creepers for days over there. Come at me, creeper. So, yeah, we're going to be starting on the mob XP farm. Well, the zombie XP farm. Because I want to start enchanting. I've got like 30 diamonds. And I want to make some nice diamond stuff. And start enchanting it. So, I'm just going to show you what I've done so far. Because I've actually started it already, because it's quite a big project and I figured you wouldn't want to see the boring stuff. So if we come through here, you can see what I've done already, and I'll just explain some of the principles of building a mob spawner. And this is going to be an issue because I've got no torches on me. Yeah, I'm going to put it on peaceful for a second. You know, I don't like doing this, but I kind of forgot to bring torches with me and I can't be bothered to go back up. But basically, I found a spawner down here. And I've dug out an 8 by 8 room around it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's actually 9. But the original spawning area is 8 by 8, and then there's a little 2 channels here, which I'll show you what they do in a minute. But basically all I've done is dug, I believe, 3 or 4 below the spawner. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably about 4 below the spawner. And then I've just put source blocks of water all the way along this back wall, so it'll push them down here. And because this was 8 blocks long, the water actually stopped flowing right on the edge of this cliff. Well, I say cliff, whatever you want to call it. So what I did is, I'll just click this up so you can see, is, give me a second to get to the other one. Yeah, all I did was, as you can see, the water stops here. So I dug in to each wall. I dug 2 into this one and 1 into this one, and it was just a bit of trial and error. And then that will push anything that falls into here up into this system, which for the moment just stops here, but this is going to basically take the zombies up to the top. So all I've done is I dug out 3 tall gap here. So even if the zombies are jumping around, they can't like hit the head on the glass or whatever. And then on the second stone up, place 2 signs right at the front so they can come in easily. And then behind that, I've just placed a source block of water with signs below. So that means, if you didn't know, zombies and most hostile mobs, if they hit a source block of water, they'll instinctively try to swim up. So this is the best system for it, because it'll ensure that they don't drown, because there's air gaps on the way up. But I wanted it too wide so I can get as many zombies in at a time as possible. But basically all I did was put this source block here, and then all you want to do after that is alternate air pockets with source blocks of water. So to do that, I've just placed a sign on both sides and then a bucket of water on each side above it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right up until the top, and that will bring my zombies out at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll put the video back on when that's done. I've gone ahead and done that now. Well, I've took it up to the surface anyway, but I actually need to go higher than that, and I'll explain that in a minute. But all I've done is I'll leave that there for now actually, is repeated that same process all the way up. So source blocks, then signs, and source blocks, then signs, all the way up to the surface. And one thing you want to know about spawners is that you have to be within 16 blocks for the mobs to spawn. So I measured up 16 blocks from that spawner, and this point here is directly above the spawner, and it's 15 blocks up. I made it one lower than it needed to be just because I wanted a bit of room for error. So I figure my collection point should be here, and I want their feet to be here when they land. So for zombies to be a one-hit kill when they land with your fist and no weapon, they have to drop 23 blocks. So all I did was tower up 23 blocks and put that dirt block marker that you see up there. So that's the height they need to fall from. So the tube that was coming up needs to be carried on for basically another 23 blocks, which is half of that is roughly 11 times 2. Well, I'm going to need about 22 signs, something like that. I've actually run out of wood, so I'm going to have to do a bit of cutting down trees off camera. And let me just grab a pickaxe quickly. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, I'm going to make the tube out of stone brick just so it blends in with what I've already got. And fortunately I've been cooking up some smooth stone, so I should have plenty of stone brick to do it. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to make it basically blend in with the egg farm as much as I can. And all I'm going to be doing off camera is carrying that tube on right up until that dirt block. So yeah, there's a little way to go, but hopefully it won't take me too long, and I'll be back when that's done. So I'm back now, guys, and I've basically built this tower to the height that it needs to be, and I'm just going to build a roof on it quickly. And oh yeah, by the way, all I did is when I got to the top, I placed signs before the top layer, and then put 2 source blocks flowing over to where I want them to drop off, and then just put two signs just below the drop off, so the water doesn't go all the way down and it stops on the edge. So just put a roof on it quickly, and will this be tall enough? I'm actually going to go one higher just to be sure. I don't think we'll get any blockages, but better to be safe than sorry. And I've actually got a pretty cool idea of what I want to do here. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but we'll see. I'm actually going to cover this with glass first, and then I'm going to cover it with these stone. And basically what I'm going to do eventually is, this will make sure it's dark inside there so they don't take any burn damage, so they don't die when they hit the bottom. But if I just want it in mob drop mode, then eventually I'm going to hook up some sticky pistons, and all I'll do is I'll press a button and it'll open the roof, so it'll take a small bit of burn damage when they come through, and that means that I'll just get the drops off them and I won't get the XP. And I'm actually pretty happy with how this has turned out looks wise. I'll just show you that now. Boom. I actually think that looks pretty suave. I don't know about you, but I really like the look of that. So I think what we'll do is we'll just give it a quick test for the end of this episode, and I'm going to have to make this look nice and pretty down here, put a door on it and make it like a little hut or whatever, but I'm not going to do that on this episode because it's actually been, I think it's been quite a long episode so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, disable the torches that I put down there, and get some sleep, and I'll be back in a sec to give this a test. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to leave it 10 minutes and just see how many zombies appear in my trap. So I'll leave it running 10 minutes and I'll be back when that's done. One little thing to note, guys, I was getting zombies stuck in this little section here, so all I'm going to do is move them signs and place them one above where they are now. So yeah, as you can see, guys, all I've done is place the signs directly in front of the water, and that should solve any problems I had with the zombies getting stuck up here. So I'm just going to seal this back up and leave it running, and hopefully that'll stop any problems. So I'm back, guys. I did a little bit of tweaking. I actually dropped the floor down 2 blocks up the top because there was actually like quite a few of them dying, whereas now like a couple die every so often. So just hit F3. There's actually 63 zombies in front of me, 64 zombies in front of me, and it looks like maybe 2 have died. So 2 out of 65, I can take that. And if you don't know how to work out how many there is there, in the top left, the 3rd row down where it says 66, that's how many entities I'm looking at. That's what I believe anyway. So yeah, and like I say, some were dying and some were taking 2 hits by hand to kill. So I did a bit of research and I found out that zombies have armor properties. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest in here full of wooden swords, and they're a definite 1-hit kill with wooden swords. So if I just start spamming away now, hang on, I'll just make another sword in case I run out because there is quite a few of them. This has been left here less than 10 minutes, so as you can see, it's quite a decent system. So if I just start spamming away now, killing all these zombies, I think I was at start of level 16 before. Yeah, getting quite a bit of XP, and my wooden sword's run out. So yeah, I'm probably just going to keep a chest full of these guys here, because I need them. This is awesome. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of XP, which is absolutely fine by me. It's going to cost me a few wooden swords, but you know, it's only wood, so does that really matter? Nah, I wouldn't say so. So yeah, from level 16 to 21 in less than 10 minutes. I'll take that. And 2 stacks of rotten flesh. Don't really know what the purpose is for that, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be used in the future. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I think next episode it's going to be making this area look good, and like I say, putting that chest in there with the wooden swords and stuff. And I might hook up the roof system that I was on about, and I might do something on the front, so hook up a piston so we can see the zombies going up or whatever. I think that'll be a pretty neat idea. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I'm probably going to get to about level 50 before the next episode, and we will enchant an item as well as doing that stuff that I've just said. So I just saw one's just died there, but we're getting a pretty decent yield rate, so I'm well happy with that. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace. So what I'm going to have is replace a sticky piston down, and I'm going to place that down here facing downwards, like so, with a piece of glowstone on it. And then once that gets powered and goes down,